What sparked the Renaissance's spirit of discovery that swept across Europe in the 15th century? What drove Europe's desire for exploration, leading to significant advancements in shipbuilding and navigation? These questions are central to understanding the arrival of the Portuguese in India, the first Europeans to set foot on Indian soil and the last to leave. The quest to discover a sea route to India became an obsession for Portugal's Prince Henry, known as the Navigator. This was not just a matter of exploration, but a strategic move to bypass the Muslim dominance of the Eastern Mediterranean and the trade routes connecting India and Europe. In 1497, under the Treaty of Tordesillas, the kings of Portugal and Spain divided the non-Christian world between them. An imaginary line in the Atlantic, about 1,300 miles west of the Cape Verde Islands, marked the split. Anything to the east of this line was claimed by Portugal, while Spain could claim everything to the west, setting the stage for Portuguese adventures into the Indian Ocean. Several factors led to the Portuguese arrival in India. There was a rising demand for luxury goods from the east, like silk from China and spices from India and Southeast Asia, a demand that had been consistent since Roman times. The fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Turks in 1453, and later Syria and Egypt, meant that goods from India reached European markets through Arab Muslim intermediaries. This situation urged Europeans to seek a sea route to India to bypass these middlemen. Northern Europeans provided the Spanish and Portuguese explorers with the necessary financial and human resources. Merchants from Genoa, an Italian port, supplied ships and technical knowledge. Royal patronage played a significant role, with Portuguese ruler Dom Henrique, known as Henry the Navigator, being a key initiator of Portuguese discovery. The age of the Renaissance also played a part in stirring the idea of exploring the East and other unexplored regions. The first Portuguese to set foot in India was Vasco da Gama in 1498. However, Portuguese control in India is generally considered to have spanned from 1505 until 1961. In 1500, Pedro Álvares Cabral arrived at Calicut and negotiated to establish the first Portuguese factory in India. However, when locals attacked his factory, he retaliated by seizing several Arab ships and killing their crew. The Portugueses' control of coastal areas and naval dominance served them well. They treated Eastern trade as a royal monopoly, barring competition from other European and Asian nations, and even private Portuguese traders. Key figures in the Portuguese advent in India included Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida, and Alfonso de Albuquerque. Despite their early arrival and prolonged presence, the influence of the Portuguese in India gradually declined over the centuries. Yet, the advent of the Portuguese marked the onset of European colonialism in India. Their arrival opened up new horizons in trade and cultural exchanges between Europe and India. Despite their decline, the Portuguese left a lasting impact on the regions they controlled.